Hey, welcome to Didi's World. I'm Rosemary, and every week I'll share with you great tips for a healthier body, mind, and soul. This week I'd like to share with you my journey to become natural and how I went through it and how it has affected me. So basically, I have been natural for about 2 years now. To be exact, on the 15th of August 2013 is when I made that leap of faith. It all happened on my bathroom floor. My boyfriend at that time and my ex today, is the one that shaved off my hair. And it had been hard for me to make the decision because I was affected by how people saw me related to my hair. And I remember that as a young girl, people used to talk about my hair a lot. And it was positive. Most of the time, they would talk about how I was lucky to have good hair and long hair, and I would almost never braid my hair. Also, as a teenager, I almost never had a weave or anything. I had two major haircuts in my whole life, and the first haircut, a lot of people gave me their opinions, which was mostly negative, telling me how I made the biggest mistake in my life and that having long hair was a big deal as a black girl, and they didn't understand why I would cut my hair. Um, the second time was when I decided that I wanted to go natural. I thought that it would be the right time to experiment with different hairstyles. So I had always wanted this Rihanna haircut, Halle Berry, whatever we call it, the short one with the long fringes and then the short back. And when I had that haircut, I was so happy, and I rocked it for about a month or two. But then after a while, I started to have new growth, so I had to decide either to shave it off and go natural from then, or relax it again and use go ahead with that new hairstyle. At that time, I decided, and I told my boyfriend, okay, I'm gonna cut my hair. I need to make an appointment. Are you sure that you're okay with me having the same hairstyle as you? Because he didn't have any hair. He shaved it off as well. And he said, sure, I don't have any problem with it. I think you'll be beautiful like that. And actually, you know what? Why book an appointment at the hair salon when I can shave it off for you and liberate you? So right there, right then, I sat on the floor. He shaved off my hair. And it was the most exciting and best feeling ever, having my first shower, feeling the water on my head, on my scalp. It was amazing. And for a few months, when I had this teeny weeny afro, it was amazing to have a shower every day because I could just rock the wet look and just go to work like that. And another thing I was scared of when I decided to go natural is how others would perceive me. First of all, in my relationship, I thought my man wouldn't like it, and he did. And then at work, because growing up and living in a mostly white country, I was afraid that people would look at me differently, especially my colleagues, that I wouldn't be as feminine as I was. So I was scared. But then when I had the short hairstyle, all my colleagues thought it was amazing, and I kept gotten, I kept receiving great feedback from strangers on the street, people who actually took pictures of me on the street. And I thought, really, just because I have short hair? And the picture that I have, the first picture I have of my hair shaved off is actually from a girl I had met a couple of months before, and she saw me on the street, and she said, "Oh my God, I need to take a picture of you." And that's the only picture I had taken, and that was on the 15th of August, I think. So, as I said, my boyfriend was okay with it, society was okay with it. It was mostly black people from my community, not per se friends, but mostly black people who were reacting to it in a not so positive way. Not to mine, but when I told them that maybe I was considering going natural, they always thought natural is for Rastafarians, or it's unkept, it's not professional, it's, excuse me to say, looks like a slave girl. So I was a bit scared, but I must say the experience has been very positive, and I took going natural for a lifestyle. It was a lifestyle for me. I went natural with my food regime, with my workout regime, and everything else, and took it very literally. I actually moved to Ghana, and that's also almost 2 years. So in October, I would have been 2 years in Ghana. So why did I actually go natural? It all started after I watched the movie Good Hair. And I think a lot of the natural girls have watched that movie too. It might sound corny, but this is what actually started to affect the way I was thinking. Because relaxing my hair was part of the routine. Every girl, black girl I knew did it, and those who didn't always wanted to have one. I remember the scene with the little girl perming her hair and at the salon, and she's trying to sit there and say, pretend that it's not burning her scalp. And that experience was horrible for me as a child, and I remembered it. And then I thought to myself, when I do become a mother, I don't want to put my child through this. I don't want them to burn their scalp. I don't want to, irritate their hair and everything. And I wanted to let them know that they are beautiful the way they are. And I thought, how could you sound, convincing and honest when you yourself as a mother don't have straight hair? You don't embrace your natural hair. So I thought, okay, the best way to do that is to prepare myself now so that when I do have my child, she would only know me as natural haired mom. I would only be the mother the way she knew me to be. So when I started that, as I said, if you watched my video last week about journaling, when you do something in one part of your life, it automatically affects the other part of your lives as well. And for me, going natural actually did that for me. When I went natural with my hair, it also affected other parts of my life because it led to my move to Ghana. So going back to my roots, I took it quite literally, and I went back to my roots. And I've been living here in October will be 2 years, so almost the same length of journey as the going natural. And it's affected my life, and it's changed me completely because now people refer to me as Afrocentric, which is really funny because that word would have had nothing to do with me years ago. And only 2 years ago, Afrocentric would sound really weird to me. And so it has completely changed my lifestyle, the way I dress, the way, everything basically. And for those who are still struggling with the decision to either go natural or not, I would say it's like living. It shouldn't be such a struggle because this is who you are as a black woman. The hair you have on your head is how you were born, and so it's time you just embrace it. It's not easy because you need to, if you haven't been used to it, you need to find out what products work best for you and what style works best for you. And it's a journey, and it's nice. Nobody can show you what to do best. All you have to do is basically try out. And I'll do another video about my hair care regimen, the products I use and how I comb my hair, how I style it, and so on. But it's definitely a personal journey. But it's nice, like anything else, you fall and get up. And so I encourage you all to start this new journey if you haven't started yet. And those of you who have, please share your advice, your tips, and your experience with going natural and how it has affected different parts of your life positively. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. Like this video, share it with your loved ones, with somebody who is struggling with the decision. Like my Facebook page, my Instagram page, and let me know what you think. So see you next week. Bye.